Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of She Stays Wet with your girl, Joanna Devine. Hi. As you can see, we're trying out new areas in my house because we're trying to figure out like the backgrounds and so on and so forth. But I'm actually in the process of like getting my studio space together in my bedroom. I just need a little bit more funds to make it a little bit more cute. But this is my wall in my living room, and we'll talk about her later and her later as well. And we're going to talk about a bunch of amazing things today. But before we do, I just want to thank you for your continued love and support. And if you like what you see and you like what you're about to hear, please click subscribe, like, and share the videos. So, I've been getting a lot of questions about the reason that I changed the name of the channel from To Whom It May Concern, which it was originally, to the name She Stays Wet. So I really want to go into that and explain to you guys why I changed the name. So originally, when I came out with my YouTube channel several years ago, it's been almost 6 years now, I was going through a very tumultuous time in my life, and I was also going through my transitional journey. Let's see, in 2000 and I want to say 16 or 17, I had written a letter on my phone, and it was going to be an email that was going to be addressed to several different people, and it was basically a suicide letter. Okay, so in the beginning of the letter was To Whom It May Concern. So push comes to shove, tried to take my own life, didn't work, thankfully. And now when I started my channel, I wanted to take those words, To Whom It May Concern, and use them for something positive and something like really amazing. So that's why I named my channel originally To Whom It May Concern. But as the years went on, that was a time in my life that I really wanted to let go of. I wanted to, let go of that part of my life, and I didn't want to really dwell on it any longer. So I had started doing OnlyFans and doing some adult content here and there. And what had happened is that the name of, basically the name of it was She Stays Wet. Okay. But what I like to do is I like to take things that may mean one thing at one point in my life and switch them over to something else that means something more meaningful in my life. So To Whom It May Concern, yes, it was the first several words of my suicide letter, and I wanted to take back ownership of that. But then She Stays Wet, the word wet, like when I say, hey girls, I'm getting wet or whatever, yes, it could mean a sexual thing. Yes, of course. I'm that kind of, I'm that girl. Like, I like dirty humor. I like dirty double entendres and things like that. But what I really thought about was like, when I stay wet, it's either like I'm smoking or I'm drinking. But then when I smoke and when I drink, which is not all the time, I don't want anybody to get it twisted. I tend to have some really in-depth conversations. And I took the word wet and I took the letters W-E-T and I gave them like their own brand new meaning to me. So wet to me means willingly, evolving, thoroughly. So when I say She Stays Wet, I mean willingly, evolving, thoroughly. Does that make sense? I know it probably doesn't make sense to you, and I'm trying to like really stretch things, but it means something to me. And I like things that are a little dirty sometimes, and I like things that are a little naughty. I can't help it. Like, I have a really filthy sense of humor. I actually thought about going on like stage on an open mic and like doing comedy for myself sometimes because and by the way, my gorgeous son and son-in-law gave me this beautiful necklace over the 4th of July holiday, and I am going to be wearing it all the time because it's just everything to me. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, she stays wet. I'm always trying to evolve. I'm always trying to be dirty. I always have like a dirty mouth, and I'm always doing nasty things with my friends. I'm always saying things that make people uncomfortable. I like that kind of humor. It's just always been a part of me and a part of my like allure. Or maybe, I mean, if it does bother people, so be it. I'm not going to change who I am. And this is the thing. When I first came out with my channel, it caused a lot of problems in my family. Okay. Like people were like, you don't need to be telling your business. Like, why are you so open? Why are you so honest with everything? And why are you talking about me? And it wasn't me talking about anyone. I was talking about my experiences in my life. Yes, I will mention my mother, but I don't talk about her first and last name. Yes, I will talk about my friends in Columbus, Ohio, or my father or whatever. But once again, there is no first and last name. If you really know me and want to know those people, like, okay, go out and find them. I'm not trying to hide anything. But at the same time, I have a right to talk about my experiences in my life. And this is my life. And I want to share my life in hopes of helping other people. Like, I'm not the type of person to just live my life and then just take all of the information with me and then just die and drop dead, and all of the journey, all of the things that I've been through, and all of the, journeys that I've been through, and all of the trials and tribulations and experiences that I've had, just take them with me and then don't do anything with it. Like, I'm not going to be that kind of person. So yes, I decided to start my own YouTube channel. Yes, and it has worked for me. It has been extremely cathartic for me, and it has really changed my life in so many different ways. And I find that not only has it helped me, but it's helped people in my life and people that aren't in my life. And who am I to say like what works and what doesn't? Like, I am so sick of people trying to control me and trying to say, well, you shouldn't do this and maybe you shouldn't do that. No. I'm a woman in my 40s. I'm going to do what makes me feel good. And if this makes me feel good, then so be it. I can't live my life for other people anymore. And I like the name She Stays Wet. It works for me. Yes, I may be wrong. And if I'm wrong, that it's going to hinder me from certain people liking the channel or certain people clicking on the channel, then that's on me. But if people are going to take me at face value and just say, she stays wet, ill, that's dirty, but whatever. And instead of clicking on the link and just going a little bit deeper and like, figuring out like, hey, it's not what I thought it was. Maybe I could look a little bit deeper. Like, you can't judge a book by its cover. That's what I'm trying to do. And I'm trying to take the whole double entendre thing and like the dirty thing and whatever and kind of flip it on its head to where people will initially say, oh, to whom it may concern, oh, that's really cool. Oh my God, I can't believe those are actually the words that she used for her suicide letter. And she stays wet. Oh, she came out with adult content, but she's taking wet and like flipping it on its head. That's who I am. That's a part of who I am and who I desire to be in the world. And that's it. I mean, that's me. So yeah, that's why I named my channel She Stays Wet. It's because it works for me, and hopefully it'll work for someone else, and hopefully like other people can take it and like look at it and say, maybe I can take something that used to not work for me or used to be mean X, Y, and Z to me and maybe flip it on my head and use it for my brand. My brand is humor. My brand is fun. My brand is candidness. My brand is double entendres. It's being a little naughty. That's who I am. And that's who I want to be. And I can't change who I am. I've tried so many times to like be who people wanted me to be, and I just can't do it anymore. Like, I have to be me. And if you don't like me because of that, then so be it. It is what it is. So I hope that explains why I call my channel what I do. And, I really hope that you guys stick with me. I'm a work in progress, and who knows, maybe in several years I'll change the name. But for right now, it works. And when it works, it works. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.